And I'm not doing anything odd. There's like nothing weird going on here. Maybe you could close some windows? But I don't think it'll make a difference. Because it's been fine. 6,000, 1,000. $3,000 is too bad. Maybe it's stabilized. Should be good then. Kinda, hopefully.
It's locked.
Is this gonna be sewer access? No, there's nothing here. It's a big ruse.
It's locked, all right.
Poster, but got no posters to put. Quadruple check. Okay. It has stabilized now. What's this, a phone? No. And that's all loot. Alright, Sean, let's go see ya. While the net is still behaving. Folded paper. Forgive me, God, for what I'm about to confess. Sometimes I wish I never saved Dyson Delaney from drowning when he fell in the canal. There, I said it. Please forgive me, Lord, for I'm just a sinner. Dyson may be the most frustrating case I ever had to deal with since I opened the night shelter in the East End. For years, I have tried to understand why this man regularly makes me so irritated. And I think I recently found out why. Dyson has stopped fighting for good and forever. I've met so many heavy drinkers in my life, men, women, rich and poor, young and old. I've witnessed their fight with their demons, their past, their guilt, and their failures. Sometimes they can put a name on this inner evil of theirs. Sometimes they never seem able to identify the real cause of their despair. But in most cases, for these men and women, to drink is a way to keep fighting. Of course, it is a useless and destructive form of struggle, but at least this self-destruction means that something makes them suffer, and they still fight against this pain they feel so deep inside. Even a severe alcoholic like William Bishop keeps struggling with his addiction and asking for salvation, for the light of Christ. And as long as we wish to see this light, there is a place for hope. Dyson Delaney has no hope left. He does not drink to smother his pain. No. I'm now convinced he consciously drinks for the sadist joy of smothering all hope. I really don't know what is a worse sin. To deliberately cast away hope from your own heart, or to complacently bask in self-destruction. Dyson has been rescued by Sean Hampton after he fell drunk in the canal. Nothing's in here. Weird. Hopefully it doesn't break any scripting. 5 shillings. Alright. I've looted everything, Sean. Let's talk.
Why the long face, Doctor?
Sean, you still got blood on yours. We have both changed a lot.
It looks like we both have changed a lot. I must confess, it saddens me, Sean.
Put your faith in the Lord, Doctor. He has a plan for all of us. We may not always see it, but he does.
Since you left Pembroke, the amount of blood that has been shed, it's hard to believe you, Sean.
Ask what you will. As the Lord is my shepherd, I will not speak a lie to you.
Well, one, we've already got both of his hints. 6 mesmer to eat. Are you afraid of what you are?
Aren't you afraid of what you've become?
We are blessed, Doctor. Can't you see it? The Lord has made us able to walk amongst the plague and aid those that need it.
Holy symbols and repel. You must drink blood now.
But you must drink blood now to survive.
No, not your scripture. Whoso eateth my flesh and drinketh my blood hath eternal life, and I will raise him up at the last day. So saith the Lord. I only need to eat flesh, no blood.
But that doesn't solve the issue. You have to eat people, Sean. You can't be going around eating people.
Do you think this is a blessing when God's own house and holy symbols repel you?
If that is your burden, Doctor, so be it. But I do not fear the cross, nor am I forced to take the life of another. My kind doesn't share your imperfections.
So he hasn't got to kill to eat, Sean? But you killed Harriet Jones. We'll get to that.
Why return here?
This is my home. These people are my flock. You will always find me where I am needed.
A helpful scowl? Remember William Bishop.
And what about William Bishop? He tried to take care of you. But this hunger, this thirst, cannot be restrained.
Alas, poor William. He had a good soul, but was weak in spirit. He could not shake the thirst for booze, never mind blood. But have faith. My will is far stronger than his.
Wonders never cease. Scal managing an asylum.
And what of you? A vampire doctor? Meals laid out before you. Yet you restrain?
Fair enough point.
Why did you kill Miss Jones at the Pembroke Hospital?
Killed old Harriet? You must be mad, Doctor. Why would I do such a thing?
Okay, so it could be he actually did not kill Harriet Jones. But it could be that he's also got a frenzy state and does not remember what he does in his frenzy state.
So you claim Miss Jones' death was not by your hand, nor the other incidents at Pembroke?
Though Harriet was an angry, spiteful woman, she was one of God's creatures. I have nothing but love for all he has made.
But you were close to her.
Of course. But she was lost, separated from the fold. She did not see the hand of the divine in my blessed condition.
People have been murdered. I've seen the blood. I don't believe you can be trusted.
Have a little faith, Doctor. If you will follow, I will guide you to the light.
How do you plan to do that?
Take this key of the old sewers.
Sewers.
The entrance is by the riverbank, south from here. There you'll find all the proof you need.
Is it the guy you locked up? Impressed, intrigued, doubtful. I'm intrigued.
Very well. You have definitely intrigued me. I hope you're right, Sean.
I'll be here when you return. If you still think I'm a threat then, well, I surrender myself to your judgment.
Give a dog a bad name. Explore the sewers to learn his secret. Okay. Ooh, that's lit up. Mine now?
Red boots shouldn't be fighting each other. They've got bigger problems elsewhere.
Wait, wrong way. That's okay, because there is an exit up here. Is there not? No, there's not. Some other building. Bumpy, 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 boop.
Come and have a gander.
Oh, these are your wares. I get it now. That's just your smoking rest table. Well, apart from the looting and possible thievery, I don't see what's wrong with him wanting to sell wares. Even if he's not the best at it. Oh, you guys are back. And I was just thinking how I put out this area, so I could just rush in.
Oh my god! We have to stop it!
Cross meets shadows.
Have no fear, brothers! The power of the Lord commands you!
The cross can't stop my feeding.
It's done for him! Go on!
An actual handle part, not just junk. Could finally access the sewers. No, this place has got to get flooded during high tide. So far, not a maze. 2,500 XP now. So if I did want to upgrade my shadowy tendril things, beware. More
I
locked.
cannot enter.
Oh, but the guy is up ahead. 39 meters. Wait a tick. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, no. That Y means this entire area. I thought this fellow and the Y were close to each other. So the guy I have to rescue is what Sean wants to show me, but nah. Nah, that's just in the middle of this radius here.
That doesn't work.
Why would you push a button without knowing what it does? I thought it would tell me about the button first. I don't want to push any buttons. I know what I'm doing here. I can go down into the water.
There must be a way to control the water level in this reservoir. I need to find the wheel.
So I do want to open it then, okay. See, just need a confirmation first. Wouldn't want to drown the guy I'm here to save after all.
So that's it. These wheels control the water level.
I don't see it rising. Maybe open the gate and then push the button and then things flush out grossly. Came from there.
That doesn't work.
No? Oh, because that's closed.
That doesn't work.
What do I want to do then?
That doesn't work.
Apparently, it's to open this door here. But I don't know what I am meant to do. Am I supposed to break those barrels? Because the barrels are blocking? I can't target the barrels. Do I just keep chomping down if that was breaking? Or, radical idea, there we go. To jump across from here. And then break the barrels. Ah. Okay.
That gate should shut properly now.
And I'll probably want to close both. To stop the flow of water. And then, what, open the gate to flood it all out? Oh, it's clear now, there's no water. Now it's safe to open. Guess they have a guarding mechanism to make sure, what, they don't get the water through? I don't know. Either way, open's open. Was that a rat? Oh, there was somebody, but he's gone now. Foreshadowing teleporting skulls, maybe? Which we fought. Also more empty boxes. That's what the third box today we opened with nothing inside. This is straight up water hag area. Sean, you sent me here to prove your innocence, and I see bones hanging from hooks in the sewers. Dead people. Bones and viscera. This isn't a good look, Sean. This has me less convinced. There's rats to eat. A trio of rats even. And I'm even further away from this guy. More blood.
It's locked, all right.
From this side. At least it seems like going back around to that fellow. Oh hey, the guy from before, Mascalon. A pre-one note did
These
mention.
maggots have escaped the wrath of Ascalon for too long. It is time to purge the sewers of their filth.
You again. The one they call the sewer dog.
Hold your tongue, newborn, or I'll crush you like a maggot.
You've let the beast consume you.
Finally, a touch of lucidity.
Oh, was here a boss fight?
So learn to respect the laws of Ascalon. Dare challenge the dictates of Ascalon?
Like, oh. What I should do is finish him off with a bite. We're probably not gonna kill him.
Power you cannot comprehend.
I don't know why we're fighting in the first place, to be honest. Oh, I thought he grabbed me again. That does so little damage for him. I think I'll save that for crowd control. You know, this guy started off like being introduced really cool. A big hulking beast with cool teleportation. But it's not really so bad so far. Pretty much on par with one of those large beasts we fought several times already. Slower even.
Infernal Banshee, the hand that crushes all. Whence you vanished, I'll slaughter these skulls while singing your name. Power you cannot comprehend.
So you've said. Easy, Guinea. Getting too greedy here.
Foolish Ekon.
Ooh, nice. Shockwave.
You found your death in me.
Okay, those are pretty tough too. I like how his shadow attack is the same cooldown
Blood to the
as my coagulation. Oh wait, everyone's quicker now.
down. Stay down.
I don't like that. Where are you? That's it?
Return to your apothecary needles.
Oh, rip. Persistent shadow that was.
Blood is now mine.
See, all he's doing is he's just causing my cooldown
I shall
to get it to
crush.
place. He's helping me out here. Oh, two shadows.
Return to your apothecary of needles.
I shall crush
Okay, don't want to walk right into it.
Down, stay down. Your blood is now mine. Foolish Ekon!
Bad time to do it.
I shall crush you.
I don't. There he is. Eat him! Eat him! Yes! Then invisible. We've actually eaten him to death. And here I thought we were just going to like fight to some stalemate. Common trigger part. Chill. But Robbie, in lore, if I eat a vampire, then I get more powerful or something. So, kinda happy I got to end the fight by consuming the last of his blood. There's an invisible thing here blocking me. But I am disappointed that they hype up this big guy earlier, and we just fight him as the next boss, and that's it. It was interesting. We could have done interesting things with him. Door's unlocked. Oh, that's leading me back here. I want to find where the other guy is. Well, the fight is done, so I can chill. Is there any place else to go? There's that door, and this door. This door is...
It's locked.
Okay. Though still pretty pleased with that. Got a bit tight there in places, but didn't die. What's this?
At least one skull escaped Fergal's wrath.
Ah, the blood. Nice.
The poor creature is bleeding to death. He cannot be far.
We're this concerned about the skull. I mean, I guess Dorothy is a skull too now, so if there's a way to care for them. So it did come this way. Which means this isn't the way I want to go yet. There was another route. A jumpy point. Can I go down? I can't jump down to my death. Also that, well, I guess it's not a tiny wheelbarrow, but it is of the smaller side. And this does not feel like sewer now. This feels like a mine or something. An excavation. Digging out where sewers? Probably not.
How could he have made it this far? There's blood everywhere.
probably coming up then, while this loops back around. Well, you see, Jonathan, having not established that skulls are kind of like vampires, just of a lesser variety. They probably don't bleed out in the conventional sense. A communicative.
Safe we are, still. Drink now.
A community of skulls, is it?
Bless you, Bridget.
This isn't the blood of a vampire, but it will quench your thirst.
Hi. Unknowns. Unknowns.
This is our domain, not yours. You've been warned.
Wait, I saved you from this creature. That must count for something.
Thank you. Now go. Go back to the streets and houses. There is no love lost between us, vampire. But thank you.
Are you the sewer dog? She might be. The one they call the sewer dog. I do want to just say Sean Hampton sent me. I don't need her to confirm it. We've had two people describe a woman in tattered clothes, eyes and fangs, and she kind of fits the bill.
Sean Hampton sent me here. I believe he wanted me to find you. Who are you?
If you must know, they call me Old Bridget. And this shelter is where we live.
I'm Jonathan Reed. I'm a newborn Egon. I'm afraid I'm not sure what's going on.
I shall not bend a knee, young Ekon, but I sense your pain. Ask, and I will afford you my attention.
What was that creature after you?
Why was that creature after you?
That's a different
Fergal
question.
is the blunt instrument of the Ascalon Club. His masters would see us dead or turned into slaves if they had their way.
What is Fergal?
What the hell was that thing? He wasn't an Ekon or a
Hey,
Scout.
Crab Boy.
They are known as Volkod, an ancient offshoot of immortals. Blood drives them, enrages them.
And the Ascalon Club. Look at your upvote button. Alright. I use old Reddit, so any new changes I don't see. Loading the screenshot. A trans flag. Upvote button. That's cute, Crab Boy.
What of this Ascalon Club?
Vampire society's elite in the Empire. They make the rules and enforce their judgment upon us whom they see as lessers.
So is it her that Sean wants us to find? The community, I'm sure, to prove to us that there are happy, living, lucid skulls. I can tell, Crab Boy. I have an inkling it made you excited.
So was it you that Sean Hampton sent me to find?
Perhaps. The sad saint was always kind to us. He must trust you if he revealed our location.
I don't trust him. He could be a killer. Can he be trusted?
Sean is a Skal. All those I've encountered have been violent, crazed creatures. How can he be any different?
Maybe because he is the sad saint. Or perhaps because I am Old Bridget of the Sewer Skulls.
Sean killed a patient of mine. And that's just one of the murders he's being hunted for.
If you refer to Harriet, she is now among us and under our protection.
Harriet was
Jones
a
is
Skal.
alive. That's it. That's the proof Sean wanted me to find. I must talk to her.
No. Harriet is not alive. But you can speak to her. I must warn you. She is fragile and may not receive you warmly.
I don't understand.
She is filled with bile and hate. Her mind is sharp as a tack, but her body is so weak. I've never seen its like before. She is resting in a room on the far right of this hideout.
Thank you. I will bear that in mind.
She's undead as she lived. Can't speak to the unknown. Can't speak to old Bridget anymore. Now to loot their things. Oh, what a long face.
Gratitude for your protection, Master.
Oh, see, he spent the knee, calling me master. Thank you for the shillings. Underground cave people don't need this money.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Oh, that's just sad. That's a sad thing to ask.
Oh, Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Could you repeat
Oh,
that?
Bridget allowed me to wander above some years back. It was unpleasant.
Mood.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us? Your place is not here.
Gruff, but at least he's got something different to say.
Smell is enticing.
Okay, that must be where Harriet is. Which means I'm not gonna go there.
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
Keep your distance, Echo.
Money. Money. Yeah, she's right under me.
Eternal gratitude for your protection, Master.
Arrow? Okay.
We're at your mercy. Will you end us?
Old Bridget says you are one to trust.
I think they ran out of things to say. Embankment sewers. Oh, but that's back out. That's back out to his place. I want to find where the other guy is, because there's somebody who needs help in here somewhere. Is there another way through here? No, just a boat. Oh, there's nothing here. There's a safe. You know, I probably can kill them all. It's giving me the op. They're saying, will you end us? So what if you could? What if you could just slaughter every single skull in here? Take some key, unlock it. No, it's not locked. Never mind then. No reason to kill anybody then. Sturdy blood sample.
Hello, Harriet. Do you recognize me?
Yes, you were from the Pembroke Hospital. The young doctor. So full of secrets.
I've so many questions I need to ask you, Harriet. If you would.
I love questions. As for the answers, you may not like them.
Now that's a good answer. First, we are a doctor. How do you feel?
How do you feel?
I can't see. I can't move. My body's burning. I feel as if I'm dying over and over again.
Is it painful? Is not being able to see and move and feeling like your body is dying over and over again painful?
Does the pain ever stop?
It is not pain I feel. It's like I can't stop feeling every inch of my body. But at the same time, each muscle and bone is the wrong place.
Have you tried to eat or drink something?
People here tried to feed me, but I'm just not hungry. I don't have the strength.
What if she's not a skull, but a different type of vampire? And so she does need blood nourishment. Speaking of blood nourishment, what about those bodies in the sewers? What about the bones and pulp hanging from hooks at the ceiling? Do they feed themselves by hunting the undesirables of the East End?
Why did you come here?
And why not? This is where I live now. Leave me be.
Will you obey old Bridget? Do you desire to stay here?
So you desire to stay here?
Yes, I'm with my own kind. Birds of a feather, so to speak. Poor Harriet. Always alone.
Sadly, Crab Boy, not in that kind of condition. There were hooks in the ceiling, but more like collections of bones and pulpy stuff, rather than whole bodies.
Will you respect old Bridget's wishes? Will you obey her?
Bridget is kind. She only needs to keep me fed and I'll be good.
Your room, the blood. What brought you to fake your death?
I don't think she deliberately faked her death. I think she killed and fled.
To see if I would be mourned.
Really? That's it? She really does enjoy pain and sorrow. They call her bitter now, but she was just as bitter in life.
Do you take pleasure in causing so much pain and sorrow?
Nobody gave a damn about me. Not a tear shed. Poor Harriet. Always the discarded.
Why flee with Sean Hampton?
Oh, it's always a pleasure to see a saint fall to sin. But the coward still won't kill.
I just realized her left arm is really, really beefy. Maybe she is undergoing some kind of transformation. Maybe she isn't a proper skull like everybody else, but something new.
I have a question of the utmost importance to ask. Will you answer?
Questions, questions, questions. The good doctor, always searching for answers.
Do you remember what you did after leaving the hospital? Did you kill anyone?
First, a question from me. You answer first.
Very well then. What do you want to know?
Are you like me? Are you also dead?
No, Skull. We are both undead. Nothing like you. We are both undead.
We are not dead, Harriet. Death no longer pertains to us. We are different.
I like what I am. I truly do. I relish the pain that courses through me.
I know you fled the hospital with
So
Sean
she's just a
Hampton.
masochist.
Did you or Sean kill anyone in your flight? Anyone? Try and remember.
I will not lie. I wanted blood, and I wanted revenge, and Sean pulled me from it, brought me here instead. But the shadows heard my prayers.
She's got shadow magics too.
Shadows killed that bastard.
We got shadow magic too.
Who was that man? The one murdered in the street?
He used to be my landlord. I lived here for many years before falling ill. Oh, he was an awful man. Disgusting and cruel. So cruel.
I don't think she's lying, because I use shadow magic myself. I got two shadow abilities that are both very good.
You sought vengeance by your own hand, and someone else obliged you. Very convenient. Don't lie to me.
She's not. I use the
don't
exact same
lie.
magics.
I saw him near the docks, and rightly I wished him dead. And I am happy he is. It's true. But I didn't kill him. I was too tired.
Shadows? Tell me what you saw.
The shadows, they heard me and answered. Something in the deep darkness, quick, deadly. It asked me if I wanted revenge. I answered, yes.
Was that
And
just
these
Sire?
shadows, this presence, do you still hear it? Was it a vampire? Did Sean see it?
It spoke only to me, and now it is silent, but it is born of hatred. And it will kill again. And it hates you, Doctor. Oh, it hates you.
What makes you say that?
It whispered your name, Dr. Reed. It wanted to know who you were and where you went.
Questions
I like
about
your
me?
delivery.
What did you say?
Nothing, Doctor. I said nothing. There was nothing it didn't already know. Oh, I'm tired now. Let me rest.
Alright, I'll let her rest. To Sean and confront him. Hey, Bridget.
Have you found the answers you were looking for, young Ekon?
There is too much left unanswered. So many questions.
Get to know us. Spend time with us. And I may be willing to answer more questions.
Why live here in the sewers and not up on the surface where people hate and kill you?
Why do you live here? Amongst the filth and vermin?
Live. Here we hide.
What are you hiding from?
From the guilt, the shame, from the hunters and the light. And of course, our past.
What's wrong with the pasta?
Why don't you leave the city? Hide somewhere far from the guard of Priwen, the Ascalon Club.
We are
the
the
Ascalon
sewer
Club once were
skulls.
dead.
This is our domain. We have run as far as we can, and now we hide.
For how long have you been in hiding here?
Skulls have been hiding under London since vampires first entered the city.
Where did you hide before the sewers?
We claimed ancient tunnels, forgotten caverns, catacombs. We are skulls, groveling beneath the feet of our makers.
Your diction, your words. You do not carry yourself like most skulls I've
You're
encountered.
civilized. You're upper class.
I'm not like most skulls.
Can I be of service to you?
We ask but one thing. Reveal to no one our secrets. Do not betray us.
You were once someone else. What happened to you?
It is as sad as it is long, young Ekon, but it will remain mine.
So you won't tell us your sad long story? Alright.
What manner of creature is Harriet? She is different from everyone else.
I really don't know. I'm not even certain she is a skull. I've no idea as to what blood made her.
What is a skull, in fact, in your honest opinion?
The progeny of a vampire, disavowed by her maker. Perhaps a fruitless branch of a noble tree. A word used to enslave us. I cannot say.
You mentioned that vampire blood has tremendous potency. You believe it to be stronger than your own?
The vampire's sweet blood. That rich, dark wine that we crave. For it made us, and it can sustain us.
I thank you for your time, madam. I must go back to Hampton now.
Your kindness has been ample payment, Ekon. To protect us, I'll close the access to our hideout, but you can use our shortcut to reach Mr. Hampton's shelter. Just follow the arrows.
But I don't want that shortcut.
Thank you, old Bridget. I hope we'll meet again.
What I want is to get here. I haven't found him. But yeah, see? Where is it? Ultimate, the Abyss, Shadow Mist. We have Shadows of Kill for us. I don't know why he thinks it's such a strange, bizarre thing. Wait, is this actually right by where he is? Could I free him? Man hiding in sewer. Well, there you are. He's right here. where the econs are. Not the skulls. He's one rounded corner away from ending his life.
Are you all right, sir? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question. Don't you know this is a quarantine zone?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm investigating the epidemic. You had better get to a safe place while you still can.
Oh, really? Well, go investigate somewhere else and leave me be.
I beg your pardon?
I said go. Leave me alone, sir.
But Jack isn't coming, man. Jack is dead.
Rodney, you're the man who killed that gang member, are you not? Is that why you are hiding in this godforsaken place?
Yes, I did. I did not even know his name.
Then why did you kill him?
That arsehole always mocked me for the colour of my skin. Usually I let it go. But not that night. We fought. He died.
Can't stay forever. You're no cold-blooded killer.
Unfortunately, I have met several murderers during my lifetime. You don't look like them. I can tell you're no cold-blooded killer.
You're right, sir. At first it was just a simple argument between us. But the man had a bad fall.
Believe me, Rodney, you won't survive here long. No matter what you did, you must go back to where you used to live.
I'll go back to the docks then. But if I die, remember that the blood of Rodney Grader will be on your hands.
Has to find a way. Having could have remembered the Wet Boot Boys. His crime was, in fact, unintentional. Cool. And he's healthy. Well, I got what I wanted, and I'm happy now.
I cannot enter.
So the only way to get to him was by way of the skulls. Alright, sure. Just absolutely lucky he didn't run among them. In that case, since I got what I came for, where are those arrows to get back to Sean and decide his fate? This also locked?
It's locked, all right.
Also locked. Wheel, what are you for then? Oh, now it's open? Of course. And in doing so, flooded everybody. Who's this? A necklace and a bullet? And a torso, hold on. Torso. And a saw. And more body. Sean?
It's locked, all right.
We are back in Sean's area, because there's a crucifix. We get it, it's Sean's place. We don't need, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4 crosses. But, 5. But, so Sean is feeding them real humans and human flesh. 6. Where are you finding these, Sean? Is your night sanctuary, your night shelter, to collect bodies? It's not full on altruism?
Welcome back, Dr. Reed.
Is that...
Would you like to take communion with me now?
to eat of the body?
Sean, are you eating raw flesh?
It is the sacred flesh of the mortal lamb. Our Lord's bountiful transmutation for the sustenance of his believers. Thank you, Lord. I am your most humble servant.
So, true to your word, you waited for my return.
I told you, Dr. Reed,
direction.
I was a man to be trusted. Did you have words with the poor Harriet?
You protect mortals and skulls. You have some nerve. You hide your game well. Well, I know he protects skulls, but what about mortals? Because obviously he's getting food from someplace. And that's not a few bodies he has.
You make no distinction between the living and the skulls, do you?
We are God's children, Dr. Reed. One and all. And he's determined to save us.
Does this place belong to you? How can you be so certain you can keep it open?
This warehouse was once property of the Dawson family, but has been bequeathed me through donation.
Met the Dawsons? No one's taken notice. Have you met the Dawsons?
The Dawsons? The wealthiest family in London? Have they a clue as to what goes on here?
Not at all. The donation was made before the war. The building was run down. I never met Aloysius Dawson myself.
So you have the run of the place and no one's taken notice?
As long as we keep to ourselves, we interest no one. This is a haven, and I pray it remains so for eons to come.
What will be the result if you continue to assist both skulls and the living?
For the last decade, that's what's been happening. And they found a better life. What's to change?
The epidemic, but you are a skull.
You've turned skull now. Don't you see the danger to anyone giving you their trust?
We are all sinners, awaiting salvation. This is a simple truth, ordained by the Lord Almighty. I am a seeker of his glorious light.
So him being a skull now. All this stuff had to be here longer than one night. Has he been consuming human flesh for that whole decade then?
You're forgetting the epidemic. Things can go south very quickly. I've seen it.
Oh, these are terrible times. Only those pure of heart shall prevail.
And he's kind of got like that bash on his head. He's still blood covered, his nose is busted. Has he forgotten hygiene? Presenting himself presentably to the good public?
Harriet, Miss Jones has been behaving in a most violent manner. She's going to need special attention.
That's precisely the reason I brought her here. To meet old Bridget. She's the guide Harriet requires.
Who is this old Bridget?
I don't know, Doctor. She rarely speaks of her past, but I know she has a long one. She's likely the oldest soul in the city.
I think I see what the issue with Harriet is. They have mentioned that the vampire creation process often results in failure. Jonathan is kind of lucky in that regard to have survived, especially without his maker taking care of him. Maybe Harriet is one such botched attempt. She could hear her master, maybe, and has some vampiric ability. Her body's half transformed. But maybe she's a failed creation? Also, Sean twitching.
Harriet is possessed by her hatred. You cannot let her roam free. She's dangerous.
She has joined her own kind, Doctor. Old Bridget is a saint to the younger scouts, guiding them to salvation and peaceful existence.
But is that good enough for Harriet?
I believe I've learned all I need to know. I'm certain you've killed no one, but one day I believe you'll cross the line.
Logic is a false prophet. Faith is the only path to salvation.
What do you mean?
We have been blessed with God's eternity. We are the instruments of his divine will. We shall feed the hungry forever and ever. Amen.
I'd like to trust you. I hardly follow you. You feed on corpses. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty convinced he didn't kill anyone at the hospital, and that is a major issue. I'm not exactly a saint myself, having killed how many dozens of hundreds of P.3 guard. And I'm sure the skulls down below in the sewers have their dodgy life too. And half the humans we have met are murderers that we've let live. So I'd like to trust him. I'd like to, I really would. That's an honest answer. I'd like to. With huge hesitations.
I will strive to emulate your merciful nature, Sean, but it's a difficult pledge to make.
Give yourself over to God, Doctor. Expel your urges and kneel before the Lord in praise.
These urges. You know the hunger will never be satisfied.
I've come to embrace the everlasting craving. I have sworn to feed only upon the flesh of the dead. It is now my sacrament. Take, eat. This is my body. So saith the Lord.
Yeah, take, eat of my body, not everybody's body. Envy the piece you found. Turn him. Sacrifice 500 XP to heal him through my blood. I could turn him. I don't mind sacrificing 500 XP because I have regained like 200 or 300 in the course of 4 or 5 hours. But I've seen skulls though. I've seen Dorothea. Dorothea was a kind woman. Well, technically I broke Dorothea's will, so Dorothea might not be the same example as Sean here. But I could turn him, I could make him my own. Complete his transformation to a skull to a vampire. And that way he gets true immortality, doesn't he? Only thing is, he seems to be satisfied eating flesh as a skull. So he could just find dead bodies, rob a few graves, whatever. If I make him a vampire though, meat isn't going to cut it, he'll need blood. Heck, I haven't made a vampire sire yet. Sire? No. Wrong direction. Either way, let's make vampires.
My discover is vampire blood would enhance your metabolism, perhaps even heal you. If what old Bridget says is true, I'll give you some of mine.
I'd rather not. It would be extremely awkward.
You
So
have no
many crosses.
choice, Sean. It's the only way to protect your cheptel, those still amongst the living.
No, Dr. Reed. God made me this way. Who am I to disobey his will?
You believe that God's plan was for you to be abandoned at birth.
The Lord works in mysterious
Oh
ways.
no, am I gonna
I
exploit
can't imagine
everything?
God intended for you to be molested
No,
by a priest.
we
in
are
an
using
orphanage.
everything we learned.
Drink, friend.
No.
I said kneel and drink. Now.
Why do I keep making these decisions where I completely mentally control these pillars of the community? Breaking Dorothea's mind directly, then shaking this guy's faith to make him a follower of me instead. Achievement, Sacrificial Lamb. So I got plenty of experience. The district will soon suffer the consequences of my action. Don't tell me that was another bad decision. That was okay, right? He's alive, he's healthy. Unlike with Dorothea, whose mention is missing. She lives, sees just a scowl. But yeah, poor guy indeed, Crab Boy. We learned those two tidbits as hints by talking to other people. So I'm guessing if we weren't thorough, we wouldn't have had that option. Because we had to learn about his greatest weaknesses and pains to exploit them, to bend him to my will. But hey, Mesmer level 3. So I could finally talk to Mason and give him some migraine medicine. Because he refuses to speak without it. Well, not without the medicine, but without Mesmer 3. Could I speak to him still? No. Okay, so what is the next step of the plan then? Is there anything to do or just to rest? Establish a connection between the vampire epidemic and the Spanish flu. Succeeded, the sad saint of the East End. Give a dog a bad name, succeeded. And confront him. Oh no, why is there screams? Is it the guard again? Who's that? That's not Ichabod, is it? No, that's Ichabod. Then who's this?
Another corpse thrown in the streets. Someone's playing a very sick game.
Good evening, Mr. Throgmorton.
Dr. Reed.
Did you see what happened?
Did you see what happened to him?
Actually, yes. He was thrown from the roof like a vulgar log.
Why is it that you sound so afraid?
You didn't see it. He was dead before he hit the ground. The strength required to do such a thing, well, it beggars belief.
Who could have done that?
Who? Well, a vampire, of course.
Fairly Odd Parents.
Bite marks on the neck and lacerations here. There is definitely a vampire close by.
Goodbye.
Sisters, you okay?
Glad to see you again, Miss.
I just realized you could tell the Paxton sisters are sisters because they both wear the exact same hat, just different colors. I can mesmerize her if I wanted. No, we're not going to eat the Paxton sisters. This is a no-eat run.
Did you see what happened?
No. I was coming back to the shelter from work when I heard an awful scream, and there was this man, dead, just in front of the building.
You saw nothing at all?
No, I told you, just that awful woman's scream.
A woman's scream?
Yeah, your sister,
sure?
she's right there.
Of course. It was terrifying. I thought it was my sister, so I ran.
Was it not?
But it was a man I've never seen round here before.
And we can't follow up on that?
Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
You again?
Yes, me again.
Did you see what just happened?
See? Same
No,
hat.
I didn't. And I don't care.
Really? Why is that?
Because this sexist pig is one of the 4 men who blacklisted me. Good riddance, if you ask me.
Gazelle, you a vampire? No, couldn't be. By simple nature of the game mechanics, we could eat her.
Well, I'll leave you for now. Goodbye, Miss Paxton.
Is a trade union ran by vampires. in his hands. Nobody sought to look what's in his hands.
I know this brooch. This is my mother's. A birthday gift from father.
Why do you have mother's brooch? Oh, that is weird. An old and elegant brooch belonging to Jonathan's mother. Is Mom okay?
29 Pretty Orchard Street. That's near Poplar's district. Why would this man carry off my mother's brooch? I must go there.
Is Mom being protected by vampires, maybe? Dead man's wallet. Sheep by the wallet, found on a corpse, left in front of Sean Hampton's night shelter. Left for me, probably. An invitation. Contains official paper of repatriation and demobilization with the address of the victim, 29 Pretty Orchard Street. Well, I think the first thing I'm going to do is convert some of these points. Or I could find Mason. Let me see. Mason's going to be all the way over in Whitechapel, and on this part of it. Lives over here, which is a fair distance away. Why don't I go there first? So that healing him would increase the health of Whitechapel a little bit to accommodate the loss of Dorothea. This where I want to be. Kinda. Plus, they've also got to stop by Tom's and give him back his gin. I hear mice. Locked door. The turquoise turtle is even the exact same design as his tattoo. So it's also a compass. It's just a compass and a turtle. Also, what are you doing out? That's nothing to spy on.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What?
Is it true Sean Hampton saved your life?
Yeah. A sad saint grabbed my soggy ass and brought me back to the pier after I fell into the canal. I was a wreck back then.
And you're still drinking. This is a sad story. Goodbye. Were you ever thankful?
Were you thankful for what he did for you?
Sean Hampton really acted like a saint that day. But I suppose I'm just another lost soul who doesn't deserve to be saved.
Goodbye, Mr.
Then gin for Tom.
Welcome back, Doctor. What can I do for you?
Warehouse wasn't empty.
You lied to me, Tom. Your warehouse wasn't empty. It was inhabited with armed vigilantes.
He might not have known
sorry,
that, though.
Dr. Reed, but I thought those P.3 guards would be willing to let someone like you pass without trouble.
That was devious of you,
That's a
Tom.
fair assumption, though.
Next time you can bloody well go yourself.
I apologise, Doctor, but it's just that I prefer
See,
to avoid the
tattoo,
law,
turtle.
its enforcers, and all manner of thugs in uniform.
Here's your booze, or it's been looted. He'd believe me. Tom prefers to avoid the law and his enforcers.
Here is your booze. I hope it will appease your customers. Just try not to kill anyone with this poison of yours.
Judgmental.
Most of my customers are less agreeable when sober.
We can't ask about avoiding the law.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Maybe we could talk to Sabrina about it. Sabrina?
I should have offered a drink to the boy.
You still working at this?
No, nothing.
Goodbye.
Well, that's what I wanted there. Back exit's got nothing.
You know, it would be nice to see each other.
Plenty of time to plan it.
Good thing we haven't seen Seymour for a while. Even Dyson has stopped coming in every night.
The pub's become right peaceful, don't you think?
I think drink no.
See, they are cute. But we can't properly spy on them.
The sewer dog's fault, they say. Then the gangs, the epidemics, everyone's throwing the blame.
Someone's playing a right strange game.
Alright, I think what I'll do to find Mason is take the shortcut through the... Right, these guys are back.
This is not the place. Lead spotted! Watch out! Murdering spies!
I'm on fire. But yeah, shortcut to the cemetery, find Mason. And Mason also knows Braille. Still need to learn some Braille. We got 2 documents that require it. Very important person, that Mason. Several things I need from him, but can't even interact without the right level of memorization.
Die, vermin! I'll take it to... Careful if you ugly fucker!
Turns out, just having thick coat on makes stabbing really hard. He broke the box! Purse. There's a shortcut to get from the docks to the hospital, but I'm here already. Oh, wrong one. Ugh, gross. Fart bombs.
Snuff it!
Thank you for the blood. Boop. And no one to protect the child. Oh, except for him. Doesn't count though. Quit eating my stamina. No! Don't actually kill me. He's a low-level rookie. Actually almost killed by just a rookie. Crucifix can't stop my feeding. Alright, stamina. Kinda need my stamina. 2, 1, and freeze. What's he doing?
Crawl back to the house.
Sorry, can't finish your prayers. Getting hacked. It doesn't count as murdering people. This version of Jonathan Reed murders nobody. Except for Skulls and the Neighborhood Watch. And the chaplains of the Neighborhood Watch. And very large dogs. But no murder. There is absolutely zero murder in this game. 2 folks to talk to, Dr. Swansea and Lady Ashbury. They might want follow-ups on the alleged murders. Where's Swansea? Ashbury, I mean.
It is good to see you again,
Too many
Jonathan.
fancy names.
How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent...
Really? What do you mean?
Met the most intriguing skull. Feel a hidden menace.
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget. And a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name, I've never heard of her.
Not gonna mention that we met, fought, killed, and ate Fergal at the Escalon Club.
According to Old Bridget, skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
As if we aren't ghoulish ourselves.
Skulls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors. A disgrace to the vampire that created them.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
We're gonna mention Harry's
Whatever
visions.
do you mean, Jonathan?
Who's the real killer?
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who?
Oh, Harriet counts, I count.
saw
We have
the
shadow
bodies and
magic.
the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
An immortal? Do you suspect someone?
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Nothing more than...
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Dr. Ooh, hold on. Loot. Gotta steal all the hospital
Perhaps I
supplies.
should have considered the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Nobody else has anything worth going on. Okay, Swansea, let's keep you up to date. It's your hospital after all.
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
Ascalon Club, Old Bridget. Found Harriet Jones, first things first.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Well, why not bring her here? We could learn so much by studying her condition. It would be fascinating.
She is a monster. Can barely move. She can barely move. Also, she's half transformed. Has shadow magic at her disposal. Hates everybody.
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Studies by the bro.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I've never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction, if that's the case.
Nothing on Bridget. Ascalon Club.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire.
In the interest
Though
of...
I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one. A terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the Skulls of the East End.
And now, I've eaten
By
him
the
and he's a
soul,
part of me.
Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
To superior
A pleasure
or
as
politics.
always, Edgar.
Okay, that's that. Now to find Mason. Best route would be... There's not really any hoppy routes over. Apart from that, maybe. But I don't see what that gets around. Because there's fights here, fights there, then through, fights. Or fights here, then cemetery, more fights all through cemetery, then to Mason. Actually might be quicker just to go straight to Whitechapel from there, then turn, then find him. Alright, through Whitechapel then. Got a few more levels, so the fights won't be too bad. And if I didn't die the North Docks a few times, then these streets would still be clear. Serious. How close is Whitechapel area to being somewhat better? 77%. You're in recovery. You'll be in recovery too. So that might boost it up to stable. Maybe that's a secret meta. No pillar means more people getting sick, means more people to heal. There. 2-1-1. Wrong one. Don't get caught up.
I shall fear no evil. Lord, give us
Doesn't count as murder. Ooh, sent him flying. Ow. Gotta get there in time. Get out, get out, get out. For the tiniest surprises. I like how being the most difficult of these dudes, they don't really have any good rewards for beating them. Where's your wallet? No purse? Oh well. But a couple of dudes.
stay back, sir.
Oh, okay.
Cross the leads, boys.
Alright, another chapel. Another chaplain. Oh, he's dead. Killed him. Cool. Oh, still up, with like half a point of health.
Oh my God!
There you go.
Back, demon!
You know, I hadn't noticed, but these fights against chaplains now really do give me some kind of like Little Monesque feel of really being that unholy vampire. No loot. Whole chaplain, no loot for it. At least I did see some experience pop up, so not a total loss. Alright, Mason is left or right? Same thing, left, right. Once, Mom actually tried to pull the, I mentioned something being on my left, and she said, "You mean to your right?" I was like, "No, Mom, you make your hands like this, left, right, L shape, not L shape." She's like, "Well, son, I mean, because you're left-handed, right? That means that your left is right, right?" And I was like, "Mom,
Sorry,
Mom,
sir. No admittance.
you are encouraging a bit of normalcy there. Like when you ask a gay couple, which one of you is a woman? No, you don't. My left is my left. It doesn't have to be right just because it's my default. Right doesn't have to be the default, Mom." It's like, "Yeah, I know, son, I get it." Blinky Shadow Dude. Remember the days when these two level 16 skulls used to be difficult. Dead. That's our friends. So just like when I feed on things, it protects me from attack. Does the same thing for them. Have my shadow bomb go up? Could you quit clumping me? Hadn't even touched me. Jumping me from off. And that other guy tried. Everyone's trying to hug me. No hug. There. Now I could start replenishing my blood and my health. Get away. Things I do to meet Mason. What's that voice I hear? Blood is good. Just gotta kill everybody then. And not overzealously run out of stamina. Blocking position. Hey. Then twirls his hacksaw and shoves it in a sheath just like Link. Okay, Mason, where are ya?
Good evening, sir. It's
you
me
mean the left and
Leave
right
me
trick,
alone,
crab
I
boy?
say, whoever you are.
It cannot be safe for a blind man to live here alone. Let me enter, sir. I swear I mean you no harm.
Well, a voice never lies, and yours clearly is the voice of a gentleman. All right, Doctor, come on in.
A gentleman shouting him to compulsion.
At night, you're either brave or a fool.
Finally in Mason Swanborough's house. First, a letter, Loretta's letter. My dear brother. Okay, that's the Swanborough's relationship. This is the apology letter you'll never read, for you've lost your sight because of me. I know you hate me for what I did, even if you never say so. We don't talk much of the Swansborough family, do we? So to clear my conscience, this is my bravest gesture towards you, to write you this letter that you cannot read, and leave it in your laboratory. If you ever find it and ask about it, I'll read it to you. If someone else reads it, well, as I wrote above, this is my bravest gesture. So, Mason, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I did, and for the hell you've been thrown into. I'm sorry you're now a blind man, trying to find meaning of your useless life. Rude. If I could change one thing, only one thing in my miserable life, it would be what happened 1 year ago, I swear it, Mason. If I can give my eyes for you to see again, I would. But it does not work that way, does it? So please, my brother, forgive me. Loretta. Loretta hint blames herself for Mason Swanborough's accident, and 2 more hints. But now I've got my foot in the door. Got no hints on you, though.
Tell
Vampires feed on our souls. Vampires drink our blood, but they feed on our soul. How could we believe that any man or woman killed by these foul creatures, bitten by their filthy mouths, could then be accepted in heaven? No! Their bodies have been defiled, and their souls have been corrupted. Their place is now in hell. With the legions of blood-sucking demons, vampires feed on our souls. Clarence Crossley. Crossley, was he Swansea's friend from P.3? It counts as lore for the need for blood. Does that mean there's truth to it then? Are vampires truly sucking away at their souls? Oh, that is a bloody, bloody mattress. Mason, what have you been up to?
What kind of gentleman pays visits to people at this late hour?
Okay, that's everything. Now let's give you your medicine,
So what is the
read some
name
letters.
of my nocturnal visitor?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. As I already explained to you, I'm inquiring about the epidemic.
Dr. Reed? The eminent surgeon?
He knows
My
me.
God, I'd never have expected a brilliant physician like you to knock on my door.
You flatter me, sir.
No, sir, I am flattered. I read all your work when I still had my sight. I loved it. I'm Mason Swanborough, by the way.
So all I had to do was introduce myself, ages back, and he would have let me in.
You seem unwell, sir. Do you need my assistance?
Actually, I feel worse than usual. Can you give me something?
Yes. I can give you a little something that has been proven effective.
Thank you, Doctor.
Nurse Crane's dispensary.
Have you heard anything about Nurse Crane and her dispensary?
I don't know who she is.
Fair. We weren't able to talk to you till after her chapter anyway.
And what else have you learned about me, Mr. Swanborough?
I know you assisted Professor Carell in France, and that you invented a new blood transfusion method based on his work.
Yes. Those were frustrating but exciting days. I loved it.
Yes, the thrill of research and discovery. This is what drives people like us, Dr. Reed. Oh, how I envy you.
Does someone take care of you in this
Can't be
isolated
sis.
place?
My sister Loretta and I have
Really?